Hello, welcome to top stories today. The Defense Headquarters has urged Nigerians to disregard the malicious allegations and support the efforts of armed forces to enhance national security and promote the welfare of servicemen and women. A former surgeon is set to stand trial later this month for allegedly raping or sexually assaulting nearly 300 former patients, most of them children, many unconscious, over 25 years across Western France. And in sport, Manchester City boss Pep Guardiola believes his team only have a 1% chance of overcoming Real Madrid in their Champions League clash on Wednesday. Welcome to News Hour on TV Sapienza with me, Chioma Vic-Chukwuemeka. The news in full. We begin in security, where the Defense Headquarters has urged Nigerians to disregard the malicious allegations and support the efforts of the armed forces to enhance national security and promote the welfare of servicemen and women. The Director of Defense Information, Brigadier General Tukur Gusau, in a statement on Monday, faulted the allegations regarding Nigerian military's request for visas to attend the Invictus Games in Vancouver in Canada. He urged Nigerians to support the officers, men and women who sustained various degrees of injuries while protecting the nation. According to him, the need for accurate information at this time cannot be overemphasized. Gusau said the Nigerian military received an invitation to participate in the Invictus Games with his team that comprised of 3 officers and 21 players, including the team's physiotherapist. He explained that the Invictus Games, a foundation, catered for the team's accommodation and feeding needs along with those of other participating nations. Away from that, General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Pastor Enoch Adeboye, former Secretary General of the Commonwealth, Chief Emeka Anyoko, former Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, 2023 Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi, and several former governors were among the dignitaries present at the commendation service held at the Lekki residence of the late Pa Ayo Adebanjo on Sunday. Since the death of the 96-year-old Yoruba social-cultural leader 2 days ago, his home has been a hub for condolence visits from dignitaries across the nation. Other prominent figures at the residence on Sunday included Afenifere Deputy Leader Oba Oladipo Olaitan, former Ogun State Governors Wenga Daniel and Chief Segun Oshoba, Senator Femi Okoromu, and former Cross River Governor Donald Duke. Several attendees took to social media to pay tribute to the late Afenifere leader, whose legacy of advocacy for justice, equity and democracy was regarded as profound. Adebanjo supported LP till the final moment and Aburi mourns Afenifere leader. Away from that story, the federal government has raised concerns over the deportation of its nationals from the United States, calling on Washington to uphold international conventions for a dignified repatriation process. On his first day in office as the 47th president of the United States, Donald Trump signed several executive orders aimed at tightening immigration policies in a meeting with the U.S. Ambassador to Nigeria, Richard Mills Jr. The Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Bianca Odumegwu-Ojukwu, stressed the emotional and financial toll these deportations are having on Nigerians in the U.S., their families back home. And Odumegwu-Ojukwu, in a statement signed by her media aide, Magnus Eze, on Sunday, stated that with about 201 Nigerians currently detained in U.S. immigration centers and about 85 cleared for deportation, the federal government is pushing for a more humane process. The House of Representatives is considering a bill to amend the Nigeria Police Act 2020 to regulate the deployment of police officers as orderlies to top government officials and prevent abuse of the practice. Sponsored by the lawmaker representing Epe, Federal Constituency, Lagos State, Wale Raji, the bill seeks to limit the duration officers can serve in such roles and ensure their reassignment to core police duties after a specified period. A copy of the bill proposes amendment to Section 18 of the Principal Act by introducing new subsections 12 to 17 that clearly define the officers entitled to police aids and the duration of such assignment. Subsection 12 of the proposed amendment stipulates that that only select public officials, including the President, Vice President, Senate President, Speaker of the House of Representatives, Chief Justice of Nigeria, State Governors, Deputy Governors, and Principal Officers of the National and State Assemblies, as well as local government chairmen, shall be entitled to police orderlies as determined by the Inspector General of Police. The bill introduces a 3-year limit for police officers assigned as orderlies to elected officials, after which they must return to their police divisions for other duties and further training. Additionally, such officers will not be eligible for reassignment to similar roles for about at least 5 years. Now we move to education, where the West African Examinations Council has withheld 2,577 results of the 2024 West African Senior School Certificate Examination for private candidates second series. The results of the 2024 West African Senior School Certificate Examination for private candidates second series were released yesterday, Sunday. In a statement issued by the acting head of public affairs, Moyoshola Adesina, on Sunday, WAEC disclosed that the examination was conducted in 2 modes: paper and pen, and a computer-based hybrid mode for the first time. Candidates whose results were withheld are advised to visit the WAEC Notice of Examination Malpractice portal to make representations. The Committee for the Defense of Human Rights has faulted the continued stay in office of Kayode Egbetukun as Inspector General of Police. CDHR's National President, Debu Adeniran, in a Sunday statement said Egbetukun ceased to be a civil servant given his age, which is above 60 years as stipulated in the civil service rules. He reiterated that only a 7th police officer should head the police force. The controversy has trailed the continued stay in office of the IGP given his age. However, the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Prince Lateef Fabumi, in January affirmed the legality of the continued stay in office of Egbetukun. Moving things along, the federal government has vowed to investigate the alleged hoarding of relief materials meant for internally displaced persons across the country. The Federal Commissioner of the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons, Aliyu Ahmed, disclosed these after uncovering relief supplies hoarded inside classrooms at the Durumi IDP camp in Abuja. Ahmed, who was at the camp to inaugurate a computer center, embarked on an inspection and discovered that food and non-food items meant for distribution were stockpiled. Instead, the Commission assured the IDPs of the government's continued commitment to their welfare and pledged to support their education by working with the Universal Basic Education Commission to provide teachers for displaced children. We move right now to Anambra State, where the state government has sealed the Ministry of Pastor Onyebuchi Okocha in Amafo village, Mbo, Idemili North local government area, allegedly used for Okite practice. The special advisor to Governor Chukwuma Soludo on community security, Mr. Ken Emekai, who disclosed this when he led men of Operation Udogachi to the ministry, explained that they sealed the place and premises of the fake pastor following petitions Anambra State government received from members of the public about the activities of Pastor Okocha and a video they watched online where he said that he does okite and all manner of things for people. Mr. Emekai further said the government will subject liquid containers found in the ministry to forensics test and pointed out that the state government is not against any religion but would not encourage those that promote get-rich-quick syndrome. He also assured that government will bring forensic experts to take samples from riverbed cider used by the pastor, who is also known as Akana Socho, to bathe people naked to determine the level of hazard it could be causing to human beings. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has called on well-to-do individuals to embrace the public-private community partnership model to accelerate the government and development of the state. Governor Soludo, who made the call in Agolo, Anocha local government area during the commissioning of Grand Suisse Hotel, a luxurious 160-room establishment, said that the project spearheaded by a proud son of Anambra, Chief Romanus Orji, who has made strides in the international business fair, marks a significant milestone in Anambra State hospitality sector. Responding, Chief Romanus Orji said the project will create employment opportunities for the youth and commended Governor for his developmental efforts in the state, especially in the area of security. The Speaker, Anambra State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Somto Chukwudeze, says the House will ensure that the family of late Honorable Justice Azoka, who represented Onitsha North Constituency 1, did not suffer undue pain. Right Honorable Deze, who gave the assurance in his tribute to the family of the deceased, stated that the late Azoka did not deserve to die and enjoined his family to take solace in the fact that their father lived an exemplary life. The Speaker also acknowledged Azoka's selfless life dedicated to helping humanity and the vulnerable. A former surgeon is set to stand trial later this month for allegedly raping or sexually assaulting nearly 300 former patients, most of them children, many unconscious, over 25 years across Western France. The sheer scale and horror of the allegations against Joel Laskunek, 74, means his 4-month trial, due to start on February 24, will likely have an immense impact at home and abroad. In this case, Laskunek is the sole defendant accused of crimes against hundreds of victims. The trial in the city of Vence in Brittany will be held in public, but 7 days of testimony from victims who were targeted, while minors will be behind closed doors. The average age of the victim is 11. But the former surgeon is also accused of raping a 1-year-old and sexually assaulting a 70-year-old. He allegedly committed sexual violence between 1989 and 2014 when he worked at a dozen medical institutions in Western France. Laskunek is being tried for 111 rapes and 189 sexual assaults, aggravated by the fact that he abused his position as a doctor and mostly targeted children. In total, 256 victims out of 299 were younger than 15 years. Now in sport, Manchester City boss Pep Guardiola believes his team only have a 1% chance of overcoming Real Madrid in their Champions League clash on Wednesday. City were defeated 3-2 at home in the first leg of their playoff clash last week, despite leading 2-1 with just 4 minutes left in the tie. City got to Spain buoyed by a 4-0 win over Newcastle in the Premier League, which kept them on course for return of the Champions League, even if the season's campaign ends on Wednesday. Well, that's it on World News this hour. A quick reminder of our top stories. We told you that the Defense Headquarters has urged Nigerians to disregard the malicious allegations and support the efforts of the armed forces to enhance national security and promote the welfare of servicemen and women. A former surgeon is set to stand trial later this month for allegedly raping or sexually assaulting nearly 300 former patients, most of them children, many unconscious, over 25 years across Western France. And finally in sports, Manchester City boss Pep Guardiola believes his team only have a 1% chance of overcoming Real Madrid in their Champions League clash on Wednesday. Well, that's it on World News on TV Sapienza. On behalf of the entire editorial news and production team, I am Chioma Vic-Chukwuemeka. Stay with us here on TV Sapienza. We have other programs to ensure that you enjoy the rest of our transmission. Do have an amazing and smashing productive day ahead of you and an interesting week ahead of you. Bye-bye.